Here's another dinosaur analog horror series made by PaleoVoid. This is the first tape of Cicaда's lab testing. Proof of concept. Let us begin. Alright.
Welcome to the Facility B500 Ranger Saved video. In this tape you will be learning about the experiments contained here and being briefed on your roles at B500. The experiments found here are the most genetically pure that Cicada labs have been able to create, changing our view on biology and evolution, of course, and in other facilities. Gaps in the experiment's genetic code are filled in by living dinosaur species DNA, such as that of the lyre bird, parrot and cassowary, resulting in less words. Your job as a ranger will be to maintain this facility's security by preventing breaches, as well as preventing and apprehending trespassers from entering the containment area, among other tasks. Your first piece of briefing will be your equipment. Each ranger is fitted with
tried to blow him to him. I bet. Fuck no! Yeah, get the fuck away from that. I don't trust that. It does not sound human. It's a dinosaur using words that could draw them to it. Don't trust the voices! Yep, hold it. Dumbass may fucking die.
There has been.
Now. This is the second video. Contamination.
An outbreak. A deadly pathogen overtaken the research base B200. In the event that it reaches us at base B300, we need to be prepared. The bacteria spreads through bodily fluids and is spread from the experiments. To prevent infection, all field agents must wear our new specialized gear, which is more bite and slash resistant to prevent an infection. If infected, there is no current treatment. Symptoms begin with a temperature and a reduced appetite, making you eat less and weakening your immune system. You will be overcome to spread the bacteria through violence, and you will experience extreme agitation and aggression.
Damn.
You will lash out and attack other organisms in the vicinity. As the infection continues, your muscles will degrade as well as your tendons. Cysts will form under the skin, and the skin itself will slow off, resulting in you being skinned. Death follows not soon after.
Yeah. I got that to happen to this little guy. Oh fuck, he's still alive. Now, this is tape 1, Child Taker.
The remarkable mimicry of the lyre.
Week, a series of disappearances in the small town of Bonebridge have residents scared, sad, and confused. The latest of these recent disappearances is the 8-year-old Harper Thompson. She was last seen by her parents when they tucked her into bed one night and have not seen her since. It's thought she was abducted from her bedroom window while she was asleep. Police suspect her disappearance is linked to the growing number of missing persons and animals in the local area. In the last month, around 7 people, including Harper Thompson, have gone missing, as well as 3 cats, 2 dogs, and an entire herd of sheep, owned by residents and farmers of the town. Each victim had little left behind. Most of these reports have some mention of a creature or large man associated with the victim's disappearance. Descriptions vary, but what remains consistent is the head of the entity is yellow with 2 large brown protrusions erupting from the head. This has led officials to believe there is an individual or group of individuals wearing masks and abducting residents and animals from the town. This has led to residents naming this alleged figure the Bone Bridge Reaper. It is unclear what their motives are, as there is little consistency among victims, except that they are all last seen just before night. Before 8-year-old Harper Thompson went missing, she had told her parents of a similar figure. She described it as a monster that talked to her from her bedroom window at night when she tried to sleep. Her parents dismissed this as their child's wild imagination, a sentiment they come to regret. Police urge residents of Bonebridge and surrounding towns to be aware, to not go out alone, and to watch their kids and pets, even at night.
Yes. Alright, how to make a dinosaur. Tape 2. The following tape is classified. Any other unauthorized use of and or distribution of this tape will result in a fine of £100,000 and the detention of the viewer and distributor.
Welcome to the introduction to the Darwin Machine.
The
Brought to
Darwin
you by
Machine.
Cicada Labs. In this session, we will delve into the groundbreaking technology behind the cloning and breeding of prehistoric life. As you have seen by now, some of our Cicada Labs facilities, such as one you find yourself in, are now home to a variety of extinct species brought back from the dead by the Darwin Machine. The Darwin Machine is a technology that uses microscopic imaging to see the structure of DNA and uses AI to infer the nucleotide sequence of the strand based on its structure. The strand can then be artificially synthesized. Originally used as a diagnostic technology for genetic disorders, it was later discovered that the machine could be used on well-preserved fossil remains. Observing microscopic imprints of ancient DNA in the fossils, which can then be analyzed by Darwin's AI to infer the nucleotide sequence. The analyzed DNA can be synthesized by the machine using molecules loaded into the machine, such as free DNA nucleotides, phosphate groups, and deoxyribose sugar molecules, as well as the appropriate enzymes needed to join these molecules together. However, this only provides fractions of DNA. This is where combination takes place. We use DNA extracted from the fossils, as well as from related modern species, to fill in gene sequence gaps to complete the genome. We can then start attempting to create an embryo, but this is not without great challenges.
As you can see here, we have a Dilophosaurus embryo. Did not survive the incubation process. We think this is due to faulty enzymes and need to work on this in more iterations. This is version number 10, and I believe very soon we might have living, viable dinosaurs for the lab.
As seen in our demonstration, it may take many iterations and revisions to produce viable embryos that can be hatched and released into our environment facility for study. Many of the cloned species will look and act very different to what they really looked like millions of years ago, due to traits being carried over from species mixed in their genomes. Your job in this genetics facility is to attempt to purify the DNA of the animals and produce viable embryos for further study and development in Project Saurian.
Alright. Project Saurian. Alright, the Bone Bridge Reaper. Tape 3. This tape is classified in property of the government of the United Kingdom for use of secret operation. Unauthorized viewing or reproduction of the tape will result in immediate detection.
About investigating a lot of talk in the town of the woods and essentially weird noises and people are missing. I'm here to investigate.
Noises.
Some kind of bones.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Pictures. Oh! I think you got it pretty fun. Yeah, you're good, man. You are free to go. Oh, there's two. Hi. May 2nd. This is the autopsy. See the tape 4. Warning, this video is triggered to pictures and contains images of discussion of graphic content such as gore, death, and bodily harm. Food discusses about. Yeah, kids, do not watch this.
This is Dr. Stephen Cole.
Hi,
and
Stephen.
This is my incident and autopsy report.
Okay.
The date is the 8th of February, 1980. Subject's name is Christopher Basu. The subject is male and 23 years of age. The cause of death was an attack from escaped specimens DILO-30-1 and DILO-30-2. The body was recovered from a cave in the woods between the town of Bonebridge and this facility. Recovery teams have been trying to recapture the escaped animals with little success, but we knew this attack occurred from the tick chip in the victim's Optodine handheld recorder, which we were able to trace. The scene was mostly barren, with only the recorder and blood being present. The animals dragged the body to their new established territory near the cave, where the remains of other victims were found.
Damn.
I will now begin the autopsy report. The cause of death was a major breakage to the neck, with no other major pre-mortem injuries recorded, other than deep bite marks running from the collarbone to the breastbone. The punctures on the front of the body were deeper than those of the back, indicating the animal bit down on the victim's shoulder from the back. The tapering of the bite marks indicate that the body was bitten and then dragged. We know that the victim died quickly from the audio recording recovered from the handheld recorder, but this is an exception, as all of the victims died more slowly. The quick death tells us that the neck breakage was more likely the killing blow rather than the bite to the shoulder. All other bites recorded appear to be from feeding. It doesn't seem like the animals were finished feeding by the time the body was recovered. This is due to the patterns of breakage around the limbs. What we expect to see with large predator kills is total removal of the limbs, as the animals will eat the muscle and break down the bone to get the marrow. However, the breakages seen here are partial, like the animals hadn't fully finished consumption. We know that the animals started to feed almost immediately, and the patterns of breakage on the rib cage indicate the animals bit down and ripped upwards to break off the sternum. However, some bending inward of other ribs indicate the animals dipped their heads into the body cavity to consume the organs inside. No organs were present inside the body cavity, and it is assumed that the animals ate everything and then moved towards other areas such as the limbs and the head. The head was removed from the body, and the mandible was not found, but it was assumed it was purposely ripped off by the animals to get at things like the tongue. On the upper half of the skull, the eyes, ears, and nose were all consumed, but the rest of the skull remains mostly intact. This concludes my incident and autopsy report on the victim, Christopher Basu.
Depictions showed them dragging tails and
Tape 5. Surveillance.
acting like
The fact of the matter is that the Wigan Casino has been in existence for 10 years.
The students here prepare for the biggest tournament.
first steps. Graduation, even a family road trip. Until now, these core memories have been tedious to capture on film. That's why our team at Optodine Technologies have created the first device to combine a video camera with a VHS tape recorder. This revolutionary technology has a compact, lightweight design and is perfect for everyday use. The Optodine porticoder uses advanced new technology, such as the TIC chip, which helps to improve audio and video resolution, keeping us above our competition. Buy your porticoder today at any major retailer and add another member to your Optodine home technology family.
Alright. Tape 6. Bats of Bonebridge. Nearby biodome test. Face. What this is? There's some type of biodome. All happened in 1980. Oh, shit! I see someone in the background. Yeah, that's definitely Mosasaurus. Yeah, that was definitely Mosasaurus. Alright, well that was PaleoVoid's analog series. It is still going on as of this time of the videos. So, I'll see you guys next time when he makes one, and make more reactions to other analog horror series. Bye-bye!